Okay, welcome back to the Startropics 2 Speedrun Guide. My name's TantNJess. I'm running it this year for Summer Games Done Quick 2021. And I wanted to put this guide together because figured there might be some increased interest in the game this time of year. And this is our second episode. This is covering Chapter 3. Chapter 3 is the longest chapter in the game, so it's probably going to be the last thing I do tonight on the stream. We are doing this live on stream as well. So you can see the inputs we do some of these skips, and I'll go over in great detail kind of what we're going to be covering. So, and I may even split chapter 3 into two parts. It's very possible because there's a lot to it. Each dungeon is very particular. So once you start chapter 3, you're going to get right to this screen, just some dialogue boxes to start, and then you're going to walk straight up to the barge. You can just walk right to this path. There's no like optimal overworld walking or anything like that here. It's all pretty, you can't really screw this part up. Now, you're going to talk to 1, 2, this is 3 dialogue boxes, 3, and 2 dialogue boxes, 4. Talking to those 4 people will have this guard allow you pass. If you don't talk to those 4 people, the guard will not allow you to pass that section. So it's the only time you really have to do anything like that in the game. So compared to Startropics 1, it's a breeze. But you're going to talk to the Cleopatra at a distance. She's going to say she wants her pizza, send you off to get it. So you're going to walk right out here, walk right up here. You do not need to talk to any of those folks. And then you'll talk to the guard here. And he'll say, here, well, you can cross the border. Now, I want to point out something really quickly. I'm going to save my state here. Down here, some beginners may know that, some people, veterans of the game may know there's a hut here. And if you go to this hut, you can talk to Jack of all trades here, and Jack will trade you a dagger for your axe. And then you just get an upgraded weapon for free. Now, if you're just learning the game, I suppose you could take the dagger, but optimally, the dagger is not faster than the axe if played perfectly, because it doesn't save enough time that it's worth going out of the way to grab it. It does not cost that much time to get. If you think about it, you're going to come up to the barge right here. It'll be in this spot, so it's whatever time it is. Let's time it. If I still have my splitter. Okay, so let's just get an idea of how long it takes to get back to this spot. So, ready and go. Now, I think did I already get the dagger? So, you can also trade him back. So this should be the exact same time. So he'll give you the axe back if you want it. So 21 seconds is the amount of time. So it takes you 21 seconds to go get that. Let's go get the upgrade to the dagger. You don't save 21 seconds by picking up the dagger. You save about 10. You can save about 10 seconds in this dungeon by picking up the dagger. So if you're just learning the game and you're just getting comfortable with the run, and you want to play it a little bit safer, it might not be a bad thing to go for. It's probably the easiest out of the way thing upgrade to get in the game, so it doesn't hurt you, and it does save you a little bit of time later on when you organically get the dagger if you haven't gotten it already. So overall, maybe it's a 12-second cost save, or a 12-second time cost that makes the run easier. So some people probably would prefer that. Obviously, when you're going for a record, you don't want to push your luck too far there. So with that, we're going to go into the first dungeon of Chapter 3. Dungeon starts off similarly. You're gonna try to set up the 3 spiders exactly the way I'm going to do it. The first 2 will work the same way every time. The third spider can have some RNG variation. So you're going to walk upright, 1, 2, 1, 2, like, not like that. I'll demonstrate it again, just because I messed up the inputs. 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's an ideal 3 pattern there. Sometimes that spider will go up this way or go stand still and then come this way. You just have to react to what the third one does, but it does most frequently do that, which is the fastest way. So we'll go ahead and do that one more time. One up, one right, and then 1, 2. The next enemy is called a bandit. They're the exact same enemy as the gold bear from the first dungeon. They take 8 hits. And one thing I like to do is I like to count the shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then do a jump shot with my throw. I don't recommend that for beginners. Just throw the 8 shots, count your 8 hits, and kill the bandit and move on. If you want to save a little bit of time, throw that jump shot to save you a few frames. This room is going to be just navigating the path. I recommend going up this way and then jumping down like this. It's less likely you'll have spider interference because there's nothing you need to defeat in this room. It is possible that this spider right here could be kind of in your way right here. If he does get in your way, you can choose to kill him, or you can jump on him and take one heart damage and try to get through. Completely up to you. What you think is ideal. But overall, that's what we're looking at here. So the room is pretty free form. You can also choose to go the bottom route, but I tend to find this spider gets in your way. So you could come like, instead of going up like this and going like that, you could go instead like this and then go this way. But I find that you have to jump over that spider, and that's a little bit slower. So that's why I prefer to do it this way. The next room, you're gonna have to hold up. So you have to make sure up is held. Otherwise, you're gonna mess this room up. So you're gonna hold up and walk up to. Well, I didn't walk up close enough. And you're gonna want to kill these enemies. Now, if these enemies see you, they'll turn into a ball. So if I'm not holding up, it turns into a ball and it's impervious to damage. So that's why we hold up right off the bat, is so that we can make sure that we kill them. They take 3 hits each with the axe. They're one of the enemies that does take less hits with the dagger. They take 2 hits with the dagger. They take 3 hits with the axe. So it's a little bit of a time save if you have the dagger there. But overall, it's not that big a deal. You can also kill this one first and hope this one comes back to you. It's completely up to you, really. This one may be like a frame or 2 faster to go for first than this one. But if you got an ideal pattern, it's about the same anyway. Alright, the next room is 3 bandits, and this is one of the more tricky rooms in this level. You're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You kind of want to stay in the pocket and get that first one gone. If you're trying to do something a little safer, you can walk between them and try to kill this one first. And then you can kind of see the rest will just come to you. And then you're clear. That's an easy way to handle it. If you want to be aggressive, you can try and kill this one first. And it is very important to keep track of the number of hits. They each take 8 hits, so it's very important to keep track of the number of hits that you do on each enemy. And if they get intertangled, it is hard to keep track of where they are and what that situation looks like. But if you remember, 24 axe shots is what you need to clear the room. That actually helps out. So yeah, 2 ways to do that room. We'll go on to the next one. Scorpions. This is pretty standard. You're just going to kill these guys. They're kind of completely random. But there isn't really a pattern that is bothersome to you. So just kill them at your leisure and move on. Now, the next room, there's some enemies that blend in with the tiles on the ground. We're going to try and walk a specific pattern, like this, so that they do not walk in your way. If you do it a little bit differently, like if I went up to the diagonal first and then came down early, I might have to jump over him. What we're trying to do is if you walk exactly that way each time, and I'll do it one more time. A little bit forward, then up. And there he walked into me. So sometimes you just have to react to that. If you see him come, then that time he did it. So let's try this. Okay. That was right, but I came down too soon. So you can see it's a little bit tricky, and then you just want to take it safe at that point. I'm just gonna clear them so that they don't bother me before I go into the next door. There's a medicine up here if you want it. If you are low in health, it's not a bad thing to pick up. But medicines are in this game. They refill five hearts. They're a magic item. You'll use them from your magic item menu in the pause menu. I don't get them very much in this game, but there are some times where they're helpful, and I'll cover that as I go through the guide. So the next room, you just have to kill the porcupine enemy. So that one should always give you the same pattern. And then this one can kind of go any which way. If you get worried, you could clear the room first. But the best way is 1, 2, 3. See where this one goes, and then 1, 2, 3. And sometimes you have to clear this enemy. Kill these guys. But you just have to kill the 2 porcupines, and then you should be good. Now, I'm going to detail this next room very carefully. This next room, I'm going to go ahead and kill these spiders so we don't have to worry about them for the moment. And I'm going to see if this one will come over to me. Alright, so I mentioned earlier about the game doing a wall push, where if you're against the wall, see how the wall pushes Mike over to the left? If I'm pushing, I just push up straight against it and pushes him over to the left. We're going to use that, we're going to exploit that game mechanic to make this jump. Normally, when you try to make this jump, you can't make it. But if you do that, you can exploit that game mechanic and make it over. Now you're actually trapped here, you can't get back, but what you're doing, if you want to this is a good time, if you're watching this on YouTube, slow the video down, because you'll see this a lot more clearly. But what you're going to do is you're going to face up against this wall, holding up and right, and I'll try to demo this on the control pad as best as I can. But what you're going to do, you're going to diagonal up, you're going to switch to up for just a split second, and then you're going to switch to right and hold over. So you have about 4 frame window to do this in. So if I did it with pause, you could probably I'll try to do it with pause in a minute, but like that's what you're gonna do. So you saw my little thumb wiggle there, like that, and it is pretty easy to do, but in the heat of battle, it can get inconsistent on you and it can get frustrating. So if this takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6-second time save. It's not worth dying over. So if you don't feel comfortable going for it, don't go for it. That would be my first recommendation. I'm becoming so educated. Hey Nate, it's so good to see you. Good to chat with you. It's been a while since we've done this. Since we've done the whole streaming thing, but I'm excited. We got SGDQ this year, so I'm very excited. So I wanted to get a guide together. So one more time, I'll put it up on so you can see it. If you watch that on YouTube in slow-mo, I'm going to pause buffer it so you can see where Mike gets pushed. So I'm holding up now. There, I think that should do it. No, okay. It's hard to figure it out. I'm so used to doing it in fast that I can't do it in pause anymore, which is actually a good thing. But so what you're gonna do, these enemies will normally be in your way, so you're gonna have to figure out a best way to deal with them. My recommend is try to kill this scorpion. Otherwise, this happens, and that gets ugly fast. And then just try to get around this scorpion without getting hit. If you can. That's how I recommend that. So I know that was a long time to explain that room, but that is a wall jump. It's one of the more technical things you have to do in the run to get a top time. So again, none of the skips are really mandatory in this game, but they all add up to about 3 or 4 minutes of time save, but depending on how well you do them. So they're really quite valuable. So What I'm gonna do next, this is the room before the boss. You're gonna use the height mechanics of the game to your advantage here. When you are up high, you can make these double tile gap jumps like that safely. So there's no tricks there. You're just gonna jump up to these platforms. So the game kind of put this here as like a farce, but you can just jump up here fairly easily. This isn't any kind of technical wall jump or anything. You're just jumping up here. The boss. Now we're going to try set up the boss in an ideal way. The boss is a little bit tricky. What the boss is going to do is it's got these... it takes a lot of hits to kill it, and it's got these baby scorpions. And when you kill one, the boss gets angry and shoots beams at you. And as you kill more, the same thing happens, and then they come out. And they each do 2 hearts apiece. Touching the enemies also does a heart and a half, and boss does 3. So... boss is not instant death, but it's very painful if you get hit. What you want to have happen is try to get the boss set up like this, and then stand at this distance and keep them there. Now, he didn't stay there because I didn't get favorable enemy pattern. So then at that point, you're just going to react to it. Most of the time, you can get him before you have to kill a 5th baby scorpion, and then that's the boss. But I'm going to try and get it so that we can get an optimal boss fight. Let's see if we can get one. I did not get that. And if you have to jump the shots, it's gonna slow you down pretty badly. I almost had it last time. Let's see if we get it this time. Nope, not close enough. Getting this set up is rather tricky. No, I wasn't in the right... Well, I was in the right position, but I didn't walk in the correct spot. I'm gonna get hit. I should be good here. Nope, he moved. Alright. You basically want to kind of be 3 tiles below to the left or right of center of the scorpion. So, like this. And if you kill the scorpions too fast, it doesn't register them all. So I killed 2 in quick succession there. So it didn't kill both of them, but so why that's tricky is because I want to be between 2 tiles so that I can keep hitting the scorpions and kind of keep the scorpions set there in the beam formation, but also be able to hit the scorpion. It's a very tricky thing to get just right. And when it gets this low, hey Manix, hey, we get to be marathon friends again. I noticed. I am trying to come up with what this boss fight is supposed to ideally look like if you get it perfect. See, if either of those scorpions had walked in my way first there, I would have got the ideal pattern. Alright, so yeah, if you're either to the right or left, three tiles down, right or left of center of the scorpion's eyes, at that point, then you will not get hit by their beam shot. Oh, that was so close to... And you see how quickly this battle can go sour. I thought maybe GB Mega would get in, but not many. Yeah, I saw that the classic Mega Man 2 got accepted. The Game Boy version of Mega Man 2. Which I was like, man, that's surprising. Well, this might be a good one. This might be a good one. Nope. If that does happen, you just get out of the way and try to reset the fight. Don't try to force the pattern. Just kill the boss as fast as you can. So, and that covers chapter 3-1. So that was a pretty challenging dungeon. It's got a lot to it. So I'm actually I'll cut this video because it's already been 20 minutes. The first episode was 20 minutes. So So video-wise, we'll come back and we'll cover the overworld section and then the next 2 levels for the next episode. So, but otherwise, that's it.